isn't a super weird angle for you, but I wanted to kind of have just like a sit down talk because I haven't had one of these in a while. There's just so many things that I've been wanting to talk about that I feel like I have listed on my computer to talk about. Feeling the need to share so much with you guys, and then also feeling like I just don't have enough time to make individual videos about every single thing. For the people who do watch me, I think maybe this is just easier if I'm just literally talking about everything on my mind. Maybe put this video on in the background or get your journal and maybe you can journal if I say anything that like brings up a thought for you. I honestly don't know where this is gonna go. Today is August 2nd and I spent the day working. I did a little workout. I was actually in Florida last week with my family. I went into that week feeling really good. If you're new to this channel, hi, first of all, welcome. I'm Erin. I post a lot of videos on like spirituality and self-development and just lifestyle content, and I'm basically just like walking you guys through my life, but also kind of giving little glimpses into my mind and things that I'm learning and like sharing basically my experiences and things that I feel like can help other people. I have been going through like a spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, whatever you want to call it, healing journey, for the past 2 years? 1 year. No, I think 2 years, yeah. And honestly, it has transformed my life, obviously, for the better, and it is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Throughout all of that, I think something that I noticed that I just have such a different relationship with my family members. I did grow up with kind of a messy, I guess you could say, childhood, and a lot of it was kind of like smoothed over and like pretended like it wasn't like that. Even up until now, we don't really talk about it often, if at all. It's almost like not acknowledged, and I think that made me kind of have a really weird relationship with my family members because I felt like there was always just this big emotional block that I had up towards them because it was like we were all playing a role rather than actually confronting the things that had happened in our lives, if that makes sense. And obviously I was little. I've come to a place where now I know it was never my responsibility to deal with confronting those things. And now it's not my responsibility to even go back and deal with those things, but it is my responsibility to heal it within myself. And I think healing it within myself has just made me take my parents and just like anybody that you look up to that was supposed to like be your protector or be like your guardian. Once you go through like the healing journey, you can like take them off a pedestal and see them as just people, and that they didn't need to be perfect and they aren't perfect and they don't know what they're doing and they didn't know what they were doing, and they're living from their past traumas and their past experiences, and you know what I mean? Just like so much generational, not even necessarily just the trauma, but just the programming that every single family programs to the next line of generation, if that makes sense. And there is a lot of trauma within that. And so everyone was just doing their best, and I think being able to go be on vacation with them and see them as just people rather than like as these people who are supposed to protect me and make sure I'm completely taken care of and that they have it all figured out and that I can trust them completely, and that, you know, like they're the people you look up to. You don't have to feel that way anymore almost. And it's really nice because now I get to appreciate my parents and appreciate the people in my life as just people and not necessarily like these perfect people. So it's rather than seeing all the letdowns that they've left me with, I can see how many blessings that I have from them, you know what I mean? And how many wonderful qualities they have, and just like really seeing them in that light, which that is what's lately been going on. Anyways, let's get into the things I wanted to talk about, because that was just a little random ramble. There's so many things. The first thing let's talk about right now, I just did a little journal session. I've been journaling a lot the past, honestly, since I've been back, like just tons of pages. And if you journal, I just want to say, like, journals don't have to be pretty or organized or anything. If you feel intimidated by journaling, sometimes that's why. I feel like a lot of people think that it has to be like this pretty nice thing that you're like, I'm grateful for, da da da, and like sometimes it is like that, but sometimes it's not, and that's okay. But I wanted to give a few journal prompts, and I'm gonna actually just put them at the front of my journal. That way, if I ever want to journal but I don't know where to start, or like my brain just feels cluttered almost, they're good starting points. So these are the daily prompts. So how am I feeling today? The next one is the quote of the day. I just went on Pinterest and looked through my little quote board and found one that related to how I was feeling right now. If you guys are curious what it was, it actually was, what if everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked for? And today I was feeling slightly anxious. That was kind of what I was writing about. I also put my intention for today. That was another one of the journal prompts, or the daily prompts. So let me read these all over again, sorry. How am I feeling today? Quote of the day, today's intention, I am grateful for, and manifestations. Well, I have a few little notes on my phone of things I want to talk to you guys about. So I think a lot of us, when we're going through a hard time or just any sort of challenge in our life, we automatically like close off our heart and we start using our mind. And I was getting really lost in my thoughts, getting really like just trying to figure it out, which is always what my brain goes to. My brain sees a threat and then it wants to figure it out and basically like deconstruct this and know what to do and prepare for it and deal with it right away because it doesn't like the feeling of feeling a threat. But I think a lot of the times in life that's just not the feasible answer, or not even possible for some situations. And so being able to open your heart and deal with the challenge from your heart space actually not only eases your mind, but you end up dealing with it so much better and you come out feeling so much more proud of yourself from it. For me, I didn't even think about this at all, to be honest. I was just dealing with a challenge in my life, and I was having that whole feeling of just having my thoughts being so like just a million butterflies running through my head, just bumping into each other. That's literally what it feels like, and creating knots and entangling themselves. It wasn't until I did a meditation and I happened to just click on a love meditation. And I think a lot of the times when we hear love, we naturally automatically assume that it has to do with like romantic partners, but love is so much more than just like romantic interest-wise. Love is literally everything. So I wrote a list of things on my phone that are a few ways to open my heart, and I feel like they can help you if you're going through a challenge right now, or just in general having an open heart. A lot of us are living with a closed heart and not realizing it, but once you open your heart, life just, it wants to love you more. It wants to give you more. A few ways that I open my heart are through meditations for love, writing or affirming that I am inherently worthy, that I am divinely loved, protected, and guided, reminding myself whatever it is I need to hear. You'll know what you need to hear based on whatever your thoughts might be trying to convince you of. If it's that you aren't loved, or that you're difficult, or that you're failing, or that you have no control, remind yourself that everything is okay and try to almost counteract that and affirm the opposite of whatever it is. So whatever it is you're needing to hear. Next thing is fascinate yourself with the world, whether that's with amazing voices and singing, incredible art, observing the earth and the birds and the trees and the sky. Whatever it is, remind yourself and appreciate all that we are gifted with. So I think a lot of us have different like things that we are fascinated by. So some people really love listening to beautiful music and that really sparks something in their soul, or some people really love, you know, looking at nature or looking at art or drawing, or I don't know, like just there's so many different things that can really like fascinate your inner being and like stir something up in you. So whatever that is, do more of that, because that is actually opening your heart. That is something special. You have a reason for why that speaks to you so much. So those are my little list of things to open your heart, to live from love, and to like deal with your experiences, not just the good ones, but also the bad ones, with an open heart and with love, because things just go a lot easier that way. That was just like a few of the things I wanted to talk about. Oh my goodness. I missed you at the grocery store. I missed you so much. That was the longest 20 minutes of my life. I'm telling you. I just got back from the grocery store. It's been a few days since I went last. I showed you guys that I didn't want to get like fruits and vegetables and stuff because I wasn't sure what I needed yet, but I now know what I need. So I went and grabbed some stuff, and I'm gonna do a quick little grocery haul. Give them kids. So random, and I've never bought this before, but I bought meringue. They were selling literally like individually packed meringue, and I was like, that on some fruit is such an easy, quick dessert for me to have. Speaking of fruit, I got strawberries. These look really yummy. Blueberries and raspberries. I kind of want to just have some more fruit. Since I've been on vacation, I really haven't been having that much fruits and vegetables. Baby tomatoes, thyme, baby spinach. This is going to go straight in the freezer just like this. It's already pre-washed. And I use it for smoothies. I got brown sugar because my brown sugar was just not doing good. I need to get one of those like rubber things that my Nana used to put in her brown sugar, or does put in her brown sugar, and it makes it not clumpy. I don't know what those are called or where you get them from, but I need one. I got some fresh garlic. I don't usually get fresh garlic. Usually I'll just use like the minced garlic from the jar. But I figured for when I do have a little extra time, I want to see how long like actual garlic just lasts. And then in my little produce bags, I got an apricot, which is so random, but I just really wanted to have some more unique one-off fruits. And then a peach. And then I got some red onion. Red onion is just so good on everything. Sandwiches, burgers, tacos, breakfast sandwiches, just like literally everything. And then also a cucumber, bananas, some lactose-free cream, Malona, the melon flavor. I'm obsessed with Malona and I haven't had it in a little while. And then I got almond butter because I just haven't had almond butter and I kind of want to start adding it to my smoothies and stuff. And then I also got this variety pack of blueberry, cranberry, lemon, and banana and chocolate chunk muffins, 3 different flavors. Good morning. It is now August 3rd and I wanted to make a little bit of breakfast, and we're starting the basement renovation today. So if you guys are new here, my parents, like my dad and my stepmom, bought this house and I rent the top floor from them, and then they're renovating the bottom floor so that they can rent it out to 2 other people. But we're starting the renovations today. But I'm gonna quickly make breakfast. I'm gonna make, I don't know what yet, but I wanted to show you guys. I got a few pieces from Luisa. This is not sponsored or anything, but hopefully in the future it will be. I got this little necklace. It's an Aries. If you guys didn't know, my sun sign is an Aries. If you couldn't already tell, I feel like I give Aries energy. Like I'm very, let's get it done, you know? I feel like that screams Aries. But anyways, and then this necklace is an amulet from Lior Alexandra's jewelry line. If you guys are wondering, it's like the prosperity amulet, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. But anyways, I got this little necklace, the Aries one. I got these 2 rings from Ana Luisa, so this one right here, so freaking cute. And then this one, I'm just obsessed with it. And I think they're just perfect little stackable pieces that I can just wear all the time. Okay guys, so it's much later and it's now like 3:20. I've been working all day. I have just been feeling bloated all day, and I'm being kind of quiet because they're still working on the basement, but my stomach is literally like hurting me and I don't really know why. I didn't have coffee this morning, so it's not that my stomach's upset from that. I didn't even have any dairy. Actually, I think I might have had a yogurt a little earlier today, but it's like a very uncomfortable pain. And I bought this when I was in the States because I've seen people talk about it before. It's called Bye Bye Bloat. I got it when I was at Target and I saw it and I was like, wait, I need to get this. I'm literally so bloated that I have these jeans that usually fit me really well, like unbuttoned, because when I'm sitting down, it's like hurting me. Like it just feels like shit, like it feels horrible. So anyways, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna keep you guys posted on whether or not it works. I'm literally so dramatic when I take pills. My mom's side of the family is Muslim, so whenever they take pills or they're eating and stuff like that, they'll say Bismillah. And so whenever I take pills, I find that if I say like thank you God or like I love you God or just like say a little prayer as I'm doing it, it always makes me feel so much better and it goes down better too. So anyways. decoration part. Also, I know it's deformed. I need to figure out how to actually make a circle. You would think because I watched my nana make roti all my life, I would know how to do that, but clearly I don't. So my pizza's not round. Ignore that. It looks delicious, and I kind of wish that I'd put the toppings on top of the cheese, that way you could see it, but this is easier to eat because when you're picking it up, it's not all falling apart. It's just a little tip.